Hello, Duke. Hey, Buzz. Coffee?
Yes, please.
I appreciate you taking the time to see me. Thank
You
you.
made it easy for me wanting to meet a general. I'm delighted things went so well for you in Canada.
Yeah, well, we were very, very fortunate in one sense, anyway.
Has Camille come back to work yet?
No, I don't quite know what her plans are. Actually, I'd like to discuss Anna, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. Yes, that's why you wanted to talk to me.
Thank you. Keep the change.
Thank you.
Actually, Felicia suggested it. She told me Anna had spent a bit of time with you before she went out of town. I sort of imagined that she would.
We're old friends. As you know, there was a time when I wished it might have been something more than that.
Yes, I know that.
But I'm still one of Robin's 3 godfathers.
I'm very glad of that, too.
I've rather enjoyed putting in a bit of overtime as a godfather lately. Both Sean and Frisco have been wrapped up in something big, and, So, you talked to Felicia?
Yes, but I have the feeling that, Felicia was being rather kind on the subject, I think.
And you don't want me to be?
No, I don't. I'd like to hear the worst, actually.
I must say there was a time when I might have enjoyed giving you the worst.
And now?
Resentment is one of the major pitfalls of an addictive person, which I am.
I think it's a major pitfall of almost anyone, I think.
Before I level with you, I'd like to tell you how I feel about something.
Go ahead.
I know how much you love Robin. What's more, I think you and Anna belong together. I've indicated that to her.
Thank you.
But doesn't look good, Duke. Doesn't look good at all.
So now?
When you were back in L'Orléans, Anna was lost. She was devastated. She was shattered. And that was without all the outside pressure on her. She was under great pressure from the police review board. Morale on the police force was at its lowest since the Burt Ramsey scandal. But she could stand up to that.
Yeah, she stood up. She stood up before, perhaps not as bad as this, but she stood up.
Where she couldn't fight back was in Robin's world.
I know what you're going to say, Buzz.
Things were very rough for Robin at that time, particularly at school. Children can be very cruel sometimes.
Yes, I know. It should never have happened to that child.
No, it shouldn't have. I tried to talk Anna out of resigning, but her mind was made up. Once she had decided she was bad for the force, there was no changing her mind.
When did she go?
Yesterday.
It's the day I returned. What are her plans, do you know?
Not absolutely certain.
What is she looking for?
She is looking for a new life for herself and for Robin.
I feel responsible for driving them away from the life they both loved so much.
You could look at it that way, yes.
If there was any other way to look at it, believe me, I would.
I'm certain about one thing. Whatever Anna decides to do, it'll be based on what's best for Robin.
Yes, you're right.
I'd like to ask you something.
Please.
Are you going to try to get her back?
Oh, yes. Until my dying day, I will.
Why don't you say, until you're sure she's found someone else?
I'll never go over loving her, you know. But at the same time, I wish for happiness for her and my life, some real happiness for a change.
Dr.
So do I.
Stryker, code blue, room 716. Dr. Stryker, code blue.
716. My God, Greta Ainstrom.
Hi, you.
Hi. Would you all like to join me?
We'd love to join you.
Can I get you anything?
Well, no, thank you. Actually, we're just waiting for Steve to come back so we can have a little meeting with him.
Well, sit down, please. Hi.
All right. Oh, Duke, I'm so glad that everything went so well for you and Camille in Canada.
We owe a great deal to Jake, you know.
Jake is the best.
Yes, indeed he is. I just wish things had gone half as well for me here while I was in Canada.
Oh, you don't know how many of us regret Anna's resigning from the police force. And I would really hate it if she doesn't come back to Port Charles.
Yes, well, not half as much as I would. If I can get any leads on in New York City, I'm going to go right there and find him.
To persuade her to come back, huh?
Well, that and many other things, yes.
You're free and clear of the past now. It'll make a big difference.
Now, it's not that I don't appreciate you all sitting here discussing my problems, but enough. Now, when you all came in, you were very happy about something.
Yes, we're very excited.
Well, would you mind sharing it?
Actually, we're going to try and start a daycare center here at General for all the people who work here who have small children.
It's a very good idea.
It was Tanya's idea. She talked to Tony about it on the day that she died.
So we'd like to name the center after Tanya.
Yeah.
as a memorial.
And that's what we're going to talk to Steve about it. I mean, I know he likes the idea. Tony spoke to him about it, but the trouble is, Steve has just been besieged with budget problems.
Well, I'm sure people wouldn't mind paying a little something to leave their children.
Oh, no, but it's the starting up cost that get us. We have to find the space, and then we have to furnish it.
Yeah, it's very expensive, so we're going to try to get volunteer workers to staff it.
Yeah. Then we're going to ask Steve to take it to the board.
I just had a thought.
Would you like to share it with us?
I don't see why not. What do you think of having a large fundraising bash at the club?
Oh, would you?
Yeah, I would be delighted. Yes?
Well, that would certainly be a marvelous selling point for Steve to use with the board.
It's a wonderful idea, Duke.
Oh, Duke, thank you so much.
This man always comes through for us.
Oh, I just wish there were more of you. Well, I'll tell you one thing. With money being raised on the outside, Steve is going to have a lot less trouble getting the board to give us space for this center.
This one? Yeah, I like this one. I think it's lovely. I did enjoy shopping with you today.
Me too. Better than anything.
Do you remember when you used to live here? And I couldn't live with you and Philomena, and I couldn't let you or anyone else know that you were my daughter. And when we went shopping before, I used to have to pretend you were my little friend.
I remember. That was a long time ago.
Well, it wasn't really. It was just 2 years ago. Seems like a long time, though. I feel like I'm discovering New York all over again because I'm with you. And because I can tell everyone that you're my daughter now.
Is this your favorite city?
Yeah, I think so. Certainly the most exciting. What do you think?
I like any place. As long as I'm with you, Mommy.
Good. There's just one problem with New York, though.
What?
There's just too much to do, and there's too much to see. They've got everything here.
Not everything.
Really?
New York doesn't have tellies.
Oh. Well, we can find a substitute, Kellys. In fact, we can substitute anything else you care to think of.
Maybe my godfathers could come and visit us. That'd be fun.
Yeah. They're very special, aren't they? I'm sure they'll come and visit you. But you're going to make a lot of friends here in New York, you know.
I will. But you're the most important person in the whole world to me, Mommy.
Oh,
Sean's got to show up sooner or later. You don't have to wait around or anything.
No, it's all right. I have to be here for a while to monitor Greta. I've been thinking about you and Sean and me. What do we have to do to keep in contact with Robin? I don't want to lose touch with our goddaughter.
No, I've been thinking about that also. I don't know what to think about it, though. I mean, is Anna's move permanent?
I don't know what Anna plans to do. She put up a brave front when she left. Well, you know her. She's strength personified.
Well, I hope she calls if she needs help, that's all.
Just hope she doesn't wait too long to be in touch.
Well, telepathy isn't my strong suit. All I know is that I'm going to miss her.
Imagine how Duke must feel.
Yeah, have you seen him since you left?
Yeah, I was talking to him earlier in the cafeteria. We started to talk about him and Anna, but then I had to leave to help with Greta.
This guy's got so much pride.
Just like Anna. They are more alike than either of them would care to admit. It's a shame it didn't work out for them. They are perfect for each other.
Well, knowing how you feel about Anna, that's rather magnanimous.
Frisco, I'm a realist. There comes a time when you really care for someone that you have to learn to face rejection, no matter how painful it is. I want Anna to be happy. I have to check on Greta.